Yeah, hi there guys, just wanted to bring you this article. It was brought to my attention by a couple of my subs, so I thought it was well worth bringing a video about, since it seems to be creating a little bit of interest, and I'm not surprised because there is some very interesting information tucked away in here. Now, when you first come across this article, it is a bit of a fear piece, so just be prepared. Anything that has doomsday in the heading, you can pretty much know where that's going to go. Now, it was posted on beforeitsnews.com and it was published on the 26th of May 2011. Claim NASA hiding approaching doomsday space event. Okay, now basically they're referring to a paper that was published by an eminent astrophysicist called Alexei Dmitriev, and he's basically stating that what we pretty much know now, but he was stating this back in 1997, which makes it even more interesting. And he was basically saying back then that we're about to come into an arm of our Milky Way galaxy. So you can imagine our galaxy is like a spiral, and so there's these arms that come out from the center. Well, we're about to go through one of those arms, and in this area of the Milky Way is what is called a interstellar energy cloud, and it's full of lots of energetic particles. Now, the article is going down the path of doom and gloom and deadly and the whole thing, but I'm not going to go down there because, quite frankly, unless any of us have been here before the last time we went through this interstellar cloud, we really can't start theorising exactly what it's going to do to us, except we can start observing what it is doing now. And what it is doing now is causing a lot of these particles to bombard our planet. These particles are also interacting with our sun, and in turn they are basically projecting, or the sun is projecting, these mystery particles towards our planet, which is changing the decay rates of carbon, and all carbon too, not just certain types of radioactive particles. It's basically all radioactive particles. All carbon is being changed by these mystery particles that they just don't know what they are and how they can actually do this. And this is why they have just placed that instrument, or one of the reasons they have just placed that instrument up above us on the space station. So basically he's saying, as we go through this interstellar cloud, not only are we going to be reacting to it, our sun is, and so are the other planets, and this is exactly what is happening. He also goes on to say that this is going to cause cataclysmic storms and earthquakes and pretty much everything that we have been experiencing within the last 18 months on our planet. So I would recommend going down and having a look through the article. Please don't get sucked into the fear-based energy that they're trying to project through this article. It is just a bit of sensationalism. We need to use discernment once again when we look through these things, and just understand that you know, to follow your own truth basically. And you know, we just really don't want to go down that path of fear, because we're going to manifest at this time what we focus on. You know, what we put our intent on is what we are basically going to receive. So we really don't want to go down that path, and I really do want everybody to understand that we are heading into a new eon, which is the age of Aquarius, and it's also the golden age. And if you understand the Yuga year, if you understand the great year, then you will have not a doubt that that is where we are going. So all this boogeyman talk of, well, once the planet is gone and we come out of our bunkers, we're going to have to fight the government and all that, is just a lot of nonsense. Because quite frankly, the whole energy that we will exist in once we shift through into the new age will not support these darker energy groups, and they know that. They absolutely know that, and this is why they will make their last grab of power right up until the very last minute. So just as long as you're aware of them and aware of that, and you can remove yourself from that and look at it from that perspective, you are going to set yourself up with a better chance of connecting in and making it through this shift, because not a lot of people are going to make through this shift. There's so many empty vessels on our planet at the moment. I mean, you only have to look around you to see them. They're all the ones that are too concerned about how they look and the fashion that they're wearing and the label they've just bought and how much their shoes cost and whether their shoes look better than their friend's shoes, you know, and you know where I'm going with this. We all know people like that, and they're basically the ones that exist purely through ego, and they're not going to be able to connect in and be where they should be during the time that they should be there, basically during the shift. You know, they're not going to be able to be connected and make it through that time. And I mean, I don't have all the answers. I don't know exactly what is going to happen. All I can do is take information from the great wisdom keepers, which is what I do. I go through and sift through all the information from the ancients, and you would be surprised that when you start doing that, and that is why I recommend Thunderbolts of the Gods. I absolutely recommend that you find, just do a search. I'll put a link to you know, one of the videos, part 1, but you need to see the whole documentary in full, because what they've basically done is gone and got each of these symbols that keep reoccurring all throughout every civilization around the planet at the same time and try and understand what they were all seeing at that time. And it's quite an eye-opener. Okay, and they were all looking to the skies, I can tell you that right now, and they intently watched the skies because they knew that things like this happened, that we went through these interstellar clouds, that our galactic center, which is our creator, basically that is where stars are born. It experiences outbursts, and when it does experience these outbursts, it showers the whole galaxy with these cosmic particles. And the Mayans say that these cosmic particles, and other ancients have also spoken that these cosmic particles actually change life, okay? And they've even done experiments and found that they can change structures in animals by showering certain radioactive beams at them. So this is basically what happens, and this is where you get these great changes in the diversity upon our planet. It doesn't happen like Darwin said. I'm sorry, Darwin needs to be you know, put up on that big dusty shelf in the back of the museum and kept there, because he was a lovely man with great theories, but he's been proven over and over again that he really can't find that missing link, because it's not there. There is no link between us and the monkeys. We were never monkeys, you know, never happened that way. So there will never be a missing link found, and that's why personally I feel, and I know a lot of other people are starting to see that too, that Darwin's theories don't really fit into anything. It's too messy, and when things are messy, then it's not the way to go, because nature is quite simplistic. Nature is quite simple. It's intricate, but it's simple. It works in a very simple way. So when things start getting messy and you have to start making up equations to make things fit, like they do with dark energy, you know, you have to start wondering, is it that because the way their perspective is on how they're trying to make everything fit into their theory, they have to start getting messy, and they have to start making up these other things that make it all kind of come together in a way that makes sense to them. So something to think about. So anyway, I won't go down this article. Have a read of it. It's really interesting, but you'll probably find this article here from this scientist Alexei Dmitriev even more interesting. I would probably just go straight to this article. He wrote this in, or he published this in 1997, and it is actually translated from Russian to English, so there's probably a few words in there that don't quite fit or don't sound right, and I think that's probably why. But anyway, yeah, I would go down and have a good look through this. It's very, very interesting, and as I said, he basically, everything that he was saying back then is now kind of playing out now. So that's quite interesting. Now, the other thing I just quickly wanted to bring to your attention was this crop circle video that one of my subs posted on my Facebook wall. And it's quite mind-blowing, really, because this crop circle was actually from this year, and it's in Indonesia. Now, I know that there are some man-made crop circles, but there is no way that all crop circles are man-made. Okay, there's just no way that some of those geometric patterns, and there's even been mathematicians that have said that that sacred geometry that is used in some of those crop circles, not even a mathematician could sit down on the top of their head and create some of those patterns. They're just so mind-blowing that not even mathematicians can really explain some of them. So there is a great enigma when it comes to crop circles, and I think if we think too much into it by starting to question who made them, where are they from, you know, I think that's just going down that slippery slope again, because really at this time I don't think we're ready to even process who makes them or where they're from. So let's not even try. Let's just look at the symbology that is in them. And this is what's so interesting about this crop circle, is that the symbology, now I haven't looked all the way through the video because I'm kind of stuck for time and I wanted to put out another video tonight before I signed off. So I just got to this part and just thought, wow, I've got to add this in, because when you look at this symbol, it's got the symbol for the sun here, and then it's got the symbol for carbon here. And as I just said, carbon is changing on our planet. Its decay rates are not constant anymore, and we are basically a planet of carbon. So we are all changing. And as I said before, even when the sun directs these solar flares at us and these particles at us, we also feel the changes, not just the planet. Everyone feels the changes. So very interesting to note that this has turned up in this crop circle, and I'm going to be sure that after I post this, I'm going to come back and watch the full video. So thank you very much for bringing it to my attention. It's pretty mind-blowing actually, especially considering what is happening on our planet at the moment. So anyway guys, I'll leave it there. As I said, all the links will be on the bottom of the video. So thanks for watching and see you later.